Good morning, it's Dr. Sakira, and today I wanted to talk to you about something that plagues a lot of small and mid-sized business owners, and that is hiring. Trying to find the right person to put in the right job so that they're doing the right thing. Now, you might not have this problem, but what we've found is that a lot of business owners um, have this problem. And more often than not, it's a decision that they've made to not hire staff rather than to hire a rock star. And we call this the no star plan. See, most people want to hire the rock star for their business. And if they don't think that they can hire the rock star, they don't hire anybody. And most people think that that decision to not hire is safer than hiring a non-rock star. What if you're a business owner and you're doing all the work or taking over positions that you should be hiring someone to do so that you can actually focus on other aspects of your business, the highest and best use of your time, then you know not hiring anyone really is actually hurting you more than if you hired a non-rock star. It's sort of like closing all the windows and all the doors in your house so that nothing gets in, and then wondering, why can't I feel the breeze? See, hiring, or rather not hiring, closes you off from the possibility of growth, because if you're not hiring, you're not taking things off of your plate. Not hiring the person you need, the one that you know will free you from all of the mundane things that have to get done in your business but could probably be done by somebody else, means that your company is going to stay small. I went through this myself, and I want you to understand, I was afraid to hire as well. And I was afraid to hire that first person, thinking, what if they don't do it like me? What if they don't follow the instructions? What if, what if, what if? And that whole process of what if was slowing me down from really focusing on what I do best. So by not hiring, I was literally slowing my growth. So be honest, how many of you are actually not hiring a rock star simply because you're afraid of what that non-rock star would do to your company? Well, here's the thing. Not hiring a rock star impacts your finances, it impacts your time, it impacts your energy, it just impacts your business. Now, I'm not saying you go out and you find somebody who isn't, any good at all, but you should make a decision to hire. Now, one of the things we'll be talking about a lot is systems and protocols. And if you don't have systems or protocols, I understand it also makes it very difficult to hire when you don't have a system or a process that's been written down so that you can then delegate the work. So I understand that there is a difficulty in making that decision, but if you don't make this decision, you're going to get stuck in the uphill battle to grow. And we're here because we want to intentionally grow our business, right? So the way to do that is to create the systems, create the protocols, create the procedures, and then hire somebody to do the work. And so what I would offer to you today is a different way to think about how you can absolutely afford to hire a rock star, even if the financial cost seems like it's a lot. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you wanted to hire an administrative assistant and you wanted to pay them $50,000 a year. And then you look at your income and you say, I can't afford that $50,000 additional revenue or expense. But if you looked at it from the perspective that perhaps you really only need to consider the 3 months, the first 3 months, the 90 days of bringing that person on, and by that 90 days that they've been there, they will start to pay for themselves, then you're really only looking at like a $15,000 commitment. Now, what does that mean to you? What it means is that you write the system, you write the protocol, you identify what it is they're going to do, and you go out and you find that rock star person and you bring them on. And then once you bring them on, your job is to go out and hustle up the business that you need to ensure that you can afford to pay for that additional person. Now, you might say, well, my company is making really good money, and it's not that I can't afford the person, it's that I can't find the person. Generally, the reason why you can't find the person is because you haven't defined clearly what the position will do and what the real true skill sets will be that the person that you need needs to have. And finally, usually the main question is, what are the values? Because what I talk to my clients about and what I found is that you really want to hire for fit. Meaning, if the person is trainable, are they coachable? Do they have the baseline experience that you need in order to do the job? If they do, you can coach them into doing the job. You need a person that has the same values as you do, that are similar, or that embodies the values of your company. And if you've written your strategic objectives and your 30 principles for your company, it's easy to identify people who align with those principles and who will work to uphold your strategic objective. But if you don't have that, it makes it hard for you to identify the right person to fill the position. So, to sum it up, you want to make sure that you understand what the skill sets are and what the abilities are of the person that you need. But more importantly, you want to know what are the duties and responsibilities that you're going to assign to them. And you want to make sure that you have, like I say, 90 days of revenue that you can bring in that will cover the cost of that person until they are paying for themselves. If you can start to do that, then your hiring won't be as difficult as you think, and you'll be able to start to grow your business to the level that you would like. I have seen this in my own business, and I've seen it in my clients' business, where they come in, and when we first talking, they might have a gap between themselves and their staff, meaning they are managing everybody, so they have no middle management. And what that means is you wind up doing everything, both the sales, the marketing, the operations, and the management of teams. But if you can spend the time to identify what are the responsibilities of those positions, and what are the skill sets that they need, and what are the values of your company that align with your working procedures, your strategic objective, and your 30 principles of your company, then you will start to be able to identify the right people to put in the right job, and you can then hire a rock star or even a non-rock star. And when I say hire a non-rock star, sometimes you just have to hire the person that's the best fit at the time. So consider making some decisions to hire so that you can move some of the things that you have off your plate and make some space for growth. That's how we make space for growth. I'm Dr. Sakira, and I'll see you next time on Dr. Sakira Says.